Hi, Russell Cummings here. Just wanted to talk to you about developing a 20-year life plan. 20-year life plans are one of those really important elements that I find are essential in most businesses. And it's essential because if you're going to have a business, you need to know where you're heading. And in my experience is that a business is something that takes you from point F to G in your life. You need to know whether that's going to be a 2-year stint or a 20-year stint. And I guess understanding where you want to be in your life will tell you what vehicles you're going to need to move between and whether you need to renovate and rev up your vehicle in order to get you where you want to go. So this is a really simple process for developing a 20-year plan. It sounds a lot more daunting and complex than it really is, but it is really quite simple. The process basically says you develop a plan, and I'll take you through how you develop that simple plan in a minute. At the 20-year mark, so you say in 20 years, what do I want to have in place? And we'll talk about the 4 elements you need to think about there. So we develop a plan for 20 years and then cascade it backwards. So you then ask yourself the question, if that's going to be where we are in 20 years, where must we be in 10 years? And answer that, do a little plan around that. Then you say, if that's where we're going to be in 10 years, where do we have to be in 5 years, 3 years, 1 year? And ask those sort of questions. Now it gets pretty scary, I did this with my wife many years ago, and we worked out that in order to get to our 20-year plan, if we didn't really get stuck into things and tick off our 5-year plan, there was no chance of us hitting our 20-year plan, and it really helped us get focused on what we needed to do. In developing the plan, it's really quite simple. You do a simple mind map. So mind mapping is a tool in the toolbox here, and there's heaps of stuff on the internet about mind mapping, but mind mapping is a great tool. Or you can come up with a list. It doesn't really matter. But 4 key elements. At the 20-year mark, at this point in your life, what do you want to be doing? So what sort of things do you want to be doing? What activities do you want to be doing? That sort of stuff. What roles will you have at that point in your life? So you could be, in my case, in 20 years' time, I'll probably be a grandfather and a father, but I want to be a businessman, and there's a whole lot of things I want to be, those sort of things. So what roles will you have? What do you want to have accomplished at that point in your life? So at that point in your life, at the 20-year mark, what do you want to have ticked off and accomplished? And then lastly, if that's the lifestyle you're going to have, what do you need to own in order to fund this life? Okay, so what sort of assets do you need to own? What sort of investments do you need to have in place? What sort of things do you need to own that will generate the revenue? So it could be businesses, it could be properties, it could be share market portfolios. What do you need to own in order to help you to deliver what you want in 20 years' time? And you just do that at 4 stages. So it's really quite simple. It's not a complex plan. There's not a lot of detail. This is a highly strategic activity. So that's 20-year life plans. Encourage you to do one. Very, very powerful tool. Get stuck into it today. Thanks.